We live.
Boom, boom.
Like corn on the cob. Check in with me and do your job. Lay on the bed and give me head. Don't have to ask. Don't have to juicy.
What up, everybody?
Yo, he just dabbed.
It's the One Pinfall podcast.
Squeeze on my
I'm here with Dan.
the natural curly hair. Please don't.
I'm also here with John. What's good, John?
What up, bro?
Just wanted to start us off on a good tone, and I feel like 3-6 Mafia just sets the tone for everything. You know what I mean?
God, this is
Pretty legit.
Yeah. I mean, if you don't like 3-6 Mafia, you should probably just stop listening to this podcast. Is that too sudden?
Perfect.
Sudden?
We just went from 20 to 0
Nailed
views.
Oh,
We still got
man.
Nick.
How do we, like, we'll have to do that, like, later on when we give you, like, musical powers.
No problem.
Can we give John musical powers?
Of course we can.
Idea. I think it's a good idea.
Less work for me.
Let's random awkward cutoffs of music when Ricky wants to start the stream on his phone.
Better than the usual replay of the start of our podcast, right? Like we usually have on your phone. Sometimes last week it was John.
Dude, that was fucking awesome.
I was like, it has to
I
happen.
laughed pretty hard.
I
So shortly after, we were like, oh, just so I don't hear it in the microphone.
Well, so, hello.
Talk about it.
Start us off. Let me hear the good notes.
Raw on Christmas this year, which made me feel weird. It made me feel like
Yeah.
I was forcing people to work on Christmas by watching. Although Vince was going to make them work anyways, you know what I mean?
And $10 Vince wasn't even there, by the
It's
way.
not my fault. Yeah, he was home fucking eating turkey
Yeah,
and
right?
shit.
Exactly.
Well, fucking
Meanwhile,
Arya
people
Davari is fucking getting beat with a candy cane.
Yeah, and the fucking people in Chicago don't hold back. They chant whatever the hell they want.
Now,
And that kind of...
I got a question for you because I wasn't watching during the CM Punk shit. What is the point of them just because is he from Chicago?
He's from Chicago.
So they're just chanting it because he's from Chicago?
Yeah, even though it's, 6 years later almost.
Yeah.
It's like, I loved CM Punk, and I chanted his name for a bit after that, but after a while I was just like, he's not coming back.
He's gone, man.
It's like, he doesn't want to come back, and listen, I don't blame him for why he left, so whatever.
Yeah.
But it's like, I can feel, like I said, when I wish they would use CM Punk on some terms, not mention his name or anything, but like when Owens attacked Vince McMahon on SmackDown that time, and I was like, they need to make it more personal. I was like, oh, well, sorry, I read somewhere, it was like, it'd be funny if, Kevin Owens mentioned something like, well, that's why the Pepsi guy left, didn't he?
Yeah, the Pepsi guy.
Yeah, that's something Vince can be like, yeah, I jabbed him a little with that Pepsi tattoo, yeah.
Like, I knew he was a Chicago guy. It was
Yeah.
just weird to me that they would still be fucking chanting.
It's-
Especially during, like, a scene, while Cena comes out. Is it because Cena, like, buried him? I know Cena was famous for...
with their rivalry, yeah, everyone
Yeah.
hated Cena. Like, outside of Boston, Cena's, like, more so hated than loved. I always feel, and that's not because I don't like the guy as a wrestler. It's just I feel like like a big city like Chicago, Philadelphia, New York, even Miami. It's like certain areas they're gonna boo the hell out of you, and one way Chicago does it is just CM Punk for everything.
Chicago, and
if
I know
they get
Philly
bored,
is
CM because I
fucking-
got pissed. They were chanting it during my boys' match.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
That's
like,
fucking bullshit. You chant Elias.
I loved it when he said WWE stands for Walk with Elias.
Yeah. See, that's what I mean. This guy has so much, and like the crowd is all, like the only places like when he was in Boston, he got cheered. So it's like, all
Yeah.
right, Vince hated that probably because he's like, I want him to get heat. I want him to get booed, so we have to turn his microphone up. Instead, he's getting cheered. Chicago, it was 50-50, I felt like. Some of them were like, yeah, until, of course, he starts bad-mouthing them. And as soon as with Cena, I was just like, oh, why are they putting him with him? I'm like, really? It'll be one good match, but still.
Corey Graves made a hilarious observation that, like, he's a guy with a guitar, and John Cena was a guy who rapped. And, like, they have, like, similar
right.
beginnings here in the WWE.
Yeah, they both have a musical career to begin.
I don't know. This whole return, whatever the fuck he feels like, Cena thing, I'm sick of the part-timers. I'm just not feeling it. Not that I don't...
Are we still talking about CM Punk's argument here? Because John Cena's probably making a shitload more than any guy that was on wrestling on Christmas too. Besides like the big names like Roman Reigns.
Fighting for the UFC?
No, I mean that fought on Christmas.
Oh,
like
okay.
WWE, like
Yeah,
anyone.
yeah.
You can combine like probably half the roster, and they're not making what John Cena makes. And it's like, what? Because he's here for 20 days.
And I hate that he's able to like skip in between.
Exactly.
brands.
And
That's
yeah.
so dumb.
It's just like, if you're gonna do something like my boy the Undertaker. You just come back for like 3 episodes and boom.
Yeah.
I mean, they
I don't
draw
want.
attention.
I don't want the Undertaker to come
he's
back
coming
at this
back.
point. I know.
He's gonna have a match at
There's-
WrestleMania.
Well, if there's one thing I've learned with the wrestling rumor mill is that if the rumor persists for more than like 3 months, it's gonna happen.
Yeah.
It's probably gonna happen.
Exactly. If Undertaker
what I
has
mean?
his hair dyed for more than 3 months too, it's gonna happen. Well, it's like, why? He wants to be white haired, so. But let's not get on that. But Elias, I'm glad I mean, it is a big match for him. I'm so happy about that. But I know it's not gonna lead anywhere.
They gave him some solid near falls too.
Yeah, exactly. But
Which
not gonna.
I know.
And they did have
I
that.
fell for the. I fell
They did
for
have
it.
that fuck up too with when he was he tried to do his finishing move, but he caught like Cena upside down, so he
Yeah.
did like a almost like a Cody Rhodes twist of whatever, not twist of fate, but what Crossroads is what he used to call it. That's right. But I was like, it was a solid match again, kind of like he had with Roman Reigns. He had his good power moves and everything. I like Elias's moves, and I feel like he's got the look for Vince too. So it's like, why aren't you pushing this guy?
Well, one of the things I hate
I mean, we can say that
about
plenty of
watching
wrestlers,
Cena wrestle is you just know he's not gonna lose.
but- oh yeah, unless he's versus Roman Reigns.
So basically, it's us sitting here waiting for that comeback,
Yeah, exactly.
waiting for him to snap and get his fucking, and it happens,
Yeah.
and he wins, and blah 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 blah.
And Elias was just the chump that they chose this week.
Pretty much, yeah.
It sucks. It's like, why don't you put him against Braun Strowman? Or
It's like him. And I wouldn't. Obviously, Randy's not a part timer, but
No.
like,
He's starting to become one slow because I've read that he's taking time off after the Rumble too.
yeah. But it's also one of those things where it's like we don't have a story for him, but we need to put him on TV because he draws the little kids.
Exactly.
You know what I mean?
Draws the little kids and the women.
Yeah.
Well, come on, the moms have to be kept happy a little bit. You don't think that
Yeah,
cheer
so,
like
like,
Fandango?
I'm with you. I love Elias. So
Yeah.
it's sitting here watching a match, knowing he's gonna lose.
Yeah, this is what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna take Elias here, and I'm gonna put him over here with Finn Balor for fucked. It's like, come on. Although, maybe something down the road. I'm hoping maybe Matt Hardy and Elias team up. I mean, Matt Hardy's not gonna be on Bray Wyatt for long.
Yeah.
Eventually, he's gonna be like, I deleted him. But
Even the
we're gonna get
promos
to
are
that.
like
Oh, this week I love
other people.
It's
don't
about
get
fucking
them.
time they
Yeah.
came
We'll
cross
talk about
paths.
that.
Yeah,
We'll talk,
exactly.
we'll talk.
But we're stuck on my boy Elias. Like, I get pissed about this. It's how you feel about Finn Balor. Like, how it's like, this guy's good, the crowd loves him, and yet, boom,
Yeah.
push him down to the dirt. It's like, fuck you, Vince.
There's nobody in creative that can
3
write for
hours.
these people.
3 hours on fucking every Monday night, and you can't give this guy a
Yeah.
fucking storyline. Take 205 off. Get rid of the fuckers.
Well, speaking of 205, did you watch Hideo and Brian Kendrick?
I did. That,
So I read that.
what was it, concussion that he got after that?
Well,
too? Brian
that he
Kendrick?
broke his nose.
Oh, that's right.
and like may
That's right.
may have fractured his orbital bone. It's pretty serious.
Not to say anything, but John Cena finished his match when Seth Rollins did that to his nose, and he was wrestling the next
an
night.
orbital bone.
It was something. I mean, his thing was broken right away, right in the. You remember that, right?
Yeah.
When Seth Rollins gave him that bad knee. That was all during the Seth Rollins injury.
But I'm
train.
just saying, there's a difference between
Oh yeah. But
even fully smashing your nose and
put a
cracking
fucking
your
mask on, you little
orbital
pussy.
bone.
No, you know what?
Save the NBA.
Brian Kendrick. I don't even really care. I like Brian Kendrick.
Yeah. I like Hitami.
Yeah, oh yeah, Tommy.
Tommy, I
Especially
mean-
his pissed off attitude, and
Yeah.
of course the GTS in Chicago, they love that and everything. Because I remember, do you remember when he first came to NXT, Tommy?
Yes.
Like that was his move, and he didn't do it ever. Always teasing, and it's like, the fuck.
Because
Come
who
on.
else was doing it at that time?
CM Punk.
Yeah.
That's because, and then CM Punk left, so it's like,
And
no,
you
we're
can
not doing anything that resembles that man,
You can have your move back.
right? It's just like, I hate when Vince gets pissed off like that kind of shit.
I don't know. I'm starting to watch a couple of these 205 Live matches here and there.
Well, on Raw, I mean,
I mean, I'm not going and
No,
watching it on the network.
No, I know what you mean, but like, I guess Enzo does make me watch him more.
Yeah. Yeah.
And
the shit with him and Nia now.
I called it. I was just like, "There's gonna be a mistletoe right above him," and like I thought, I was like, "Are they gonna push forward with that?" Like,
Yeah, where's the...
maybe are they a real couple? No, I know they're not, but I forget who Enzo's dating. Someone. It might be Liv Morgan.
No, it's not Liv Morgan
No,
anymore.
no.
Liv Morgan dates, she was dating, Tyler Bate.
Oh, that's not bad.
Yeah.
Good for him. Good for him. Good for the UK dudes finally getting something. But
Yeah, Nick says get rid of Jason Jordan and give that time to Elias.
thanks, Nick. No, no, but Elias is someone that would fight Jason Jordan since he's a face.
Yeah.
I mean, once they turn him heel, yeah, push him down. I mean, Jordan should get off of there anyways, but he's not going to be going anywhere now after this Raw. I was so pissed off about that, but we'll get back to that. We'll get to that. But 205. There are some interesting things going on. I guess.
And like I really like a few of those dudes. I like
I
Arya
wish
Dabari.
It was like the Cruiserweight Championship, because the Cruiserweight Championship was high flying. There was a bunch of high flying.
Yeah, but there was no storyline to it either.
I don't care. I'd rather high flying than there's WWE storyline. Come on, I don't think they're going to pay much attention to 205 storyline.
No, but I'm
anyways.
just saying Vince isn't going to make a whole show out of it and not put storylines in it. So
I don't. Then get them off Raw completely.
So you get fucking.
I don't mind.
Alicia Fox.
Has Noam Dar been around?
He's Zotrain it.
Oh yeah, that's right.
Yeah.
That's what it is. That's either Zoe Train or who. I don't even know who's first in Zoe. Did Gulak win or did the other guy win? Was it Alexander that one?
Oh fuck.
This was a week ago or something. Their match, the one that decided the number one contender to fight Zoe at Royal Rumble. Because I was like, oh, are they gonna do like Gulak versus him since he's in the Zoe Train?
Because it was
it was supposed to be versus Swan, but
because
then they had
Gulak loses the rematch, I believe, and because he's like, I'm a failure.
Yeah.
I failed you.
But it is Alexander that he's versus.
Yeah.
Yeah, because
But
I'm not huge on
week
Cedric
they had,
Alexander. I'm not huge.
Really?
On him. No, I'm not
That
a big fan.
surprises me.
I liked Rich Swann. Better.
Yeah, I know.
And that's what sucks. It's like, oh, okay, but I mean,
His wife,
that is a title that Vince will give to a black person too, because he doesn't like to give a huge title to a black wrestler ever. And I mean, he just shows that he's a huge racist with that kind of stuff, and it pisses me off sometimes. It's like, oh. Although I was surprised, I will say, and even though it was because of the tour, I'm sure, he gave it to Jinder Mahal.
or Naomi having the title for that long.
Oh, yeah. But the only one he really cares about, though, is that WWE one.
Yeah.
Even the Universal, I bet he's like, fuck, I wish I could get the WWE title back on Raw instead of this stupid Universal one. And sorry, Seth Rollins, it's fucking stupid.
Bailey, Mickey, Sasha versus Absolution.
I'm already tired of this whole thing.
Absolution thing?
Yeah. I wish it was one-on-one matches. I don't want 3-on-3 every week.
Mandy Rose impressed the shit out of me in this one.
Yeah. I've never seen her wrestle much. I don't remember her much in NXT.
Me neither.
Hopefully she's good, but I'm still iffy on the whole women's division on
She
Raw,
looked just as
especially.
good as Sasha did,
Yeah.
in my opinion.
Oh, see, I think Sasha's a terrible wrestler.
Well, that's what I'm saying. I mean,
Yeah.
she
So
looked better
I
than
get
Sasha.
you. Yeah. Okay, I get you then. Yeah. So if Sasha can be up there, and that's, but you know, they took a big hit. I'm sure you read the Paige's injury last night.
Yeah, so
She
that
got
was like a
stretchered
dark
out.
match. Yeah.
Yeah.
So they're not going to have her for the next few.
Yeah, they said that she might appear on Raw but not wrestle.
Yeah.
And it's like, oh, okay. But like also with like, are they gonna have someone else join them, or is it gonna be like just three-headed nothing group?
I feel like that's going to end with Sonya Deville turning.
Oh, you think so?
Yeah, because you notice they don't really make Paige look dominant.
Oh yeah, exactly.
They never make her look strong.
Yeah.
It's not like Ruby Riott.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Exactly.
She very much relies on the other part of Absolution to win. So
I just wish it would like, and you know, I'm happy for the Women's Royal Rumble, but I think it's gonna be a failure.
You think so?
Unless they make it going through the ropes instead of going over the top rope. Half those girls probably don't know how to take a clothesline over the top rope. It's going to be just people like jumping over, I bet, more so than like you would see in a Royal Rumble.
The fucking
yeah, exactly,
back
like
of the neck
helping.
throw.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
It's like I want a clothesline. I mean, not that I'm going to see it like a power slam from Nia Jax with someone over, but I'm sure it would be like 5 of them on the ground and Nia Jax.
I could see Bailey taking a clothesline over the ropes.
You think so?
Yeah.
I mean, I just see all of them and like none of them, like all the ropes are like up to here on them, so it's like
I
it's
could
going to
see
be a bad.
Charlotte taking a clothesline over the ropes.
I haven't heard yet.
Or
They haven't
giving-
said are the champions going to be in the match. Because
Yeah.
I think the winner versus the champion, for like WWE or the men for WrestleMania, but they haven't confirmed that yet. I've only heard rumors that the champions won't be in it, and that's why there's going to be still 15 to 20. I heard of the for the Women's Royal Rumble. And that way they can
you
have
think we'll
a
get
couple
surprises?
surprise. Oh, yeah. They said
Yeah.
there was going to be at least 3 surprise entrants, probably. And one of them we've already talked about will be Double R. Yeah. Double R! Row. But,
Now that you've
far as
ruined
yeah.
your women's MMA career, you're gonna come.
as far as Absolution and that, like, just needs to end. You know, it was nice. Like, they should have just had Paige come back. That's it. Not with these. You know, I understand they had to for the Rumble.
Yeah, but it was also weird to have the 2 trios come in at once, and
Yeah.
like you're automatically gonna judge one against the other now.
Yeah, exactly.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So I don't know. I feel like it was a misfire.
Yeah.
I get the point of trying
It's
to
just
beef
Vince
up the
throwing
women's,
a log on the fire and
yeah,
hoping it catches back up.
for real.
And,
I get that. But
Later on, I think was a better segment for the women, anyways, with Asuka and Alexa.
Yeah,
Finally,
yeah.
I mean that will
Just getting kicked in the head. Sometimes you're just gonna get kicked in the head.
right. I just hate how they like sometimes zoom in on Asuka and she's like, and it's like, why? It's like, why can't she just be a normal Asian badass? You know, it's like, what the fuck? You know, she's like a triad woman, you know, bam!
Oh, WWE.
But look at Kyrie Sane. She doesn't
Cut the check for the new Oscar shirt. Normal Asian badass.
Yeah. NAB. NABD. Oh no, BA. NAB. Naba your business. But I just wish, like, I don't want her crazy. I don't remember her being like that on NXT. She wasn't like, yes! Screaming all the time. She screamed when she did some of her chops, but she wasn't screaming every fucking move. And it's like,
maybe it's like,
it's Vince being
Tell-
racist. That's in my opinion, but
well, I also think it may be them telling her to like kind of step up the selling and shit. You know.
Now,
what I
do
mean?
you think she's going to be the one to win the Royal Rumble? Because that
I
would
think
count as
so.
a loss.
I think so.
Yeah, I know, but that's what I hate. I already expected. I'd rather her get eliminated. I'd rather finally we get the confrontation
her
of
and Nia.
Asuka and Nia.
Yeah.
You know, some point in the Rumble, even if they're the last 2. And cool, that would be cool if she eliminated Nia at the end, but it has to look good too. Which Nia, she's good enough.
Do you
where
think
she can do
Nia
that.
could take the clothesline
Oh, easily.
backwards?
They're just gonna be like 2. It's gonna be 2 of them.
Yeah.
Nia, I don't doubt her ability at all. I just every time I'm just like, holy shit. I remember when she first did like a flip senton onto someone on the mat. I was just like, whoa. I'm like, no fucking way. That was awesome.
Yeah.
I love when big wrestlers can do awesome things because it's like, hey, see, you think we can't because we're out of shape, but it's like, boom, I'm gonna do it.
Scored a
Of
point
course,
for
then
all
there's
the Husky people out there.
the Spanish lady I was talking about last week, the one that fucking
Snapped
snapped
her
her
neck,
leg.
yeah.
Yeah, just like you just hear it, and it's like, oh. But Asuka will win the Rumble,
I agree,
but she does have to lose eventually. Please,
dude. Heath Slater versus Kane, like filler match and a half.
dude, this whole Raw was a filler match. I mean, there's a couple more too that we will talk about that it's just like,
definitely
really,
definitely
but it's like, come on.
at least
And you're supposed to make Kane look strong going into his match against Lesnar and Strowman. Slater shouldn't have got any offensive moves in, but I'd feel bad because he's got kids.
he's got kids. They didn't get anything for Christmas.
And then Rhino, I wanted a gore so bad. I was like, yes!
I knew that gore wasn't happening. They're not gonna let Rhino.
Well, I'm surprised how much offense they did let him get on.
Yeah, but they weren't gonna let Rhino
Get the final
gore
laugh.
Kane right before he fucking
That's
him and
true.
Lesnar. Not gonna happen. It's just not gonna happen. And I love Heath Slater. He's the one man band now.
I feel so bad. Ever since he came to Raw, it's like I knew he wouldn't. Even if he stayed on SmackDown, they wouldn't have stayed champions. But I think they would have stayed relevant.
I was gonna say they were over as a tag team, champions or not. You know what I mean?
Exactly.
And the both of them are funny enough to keep.
How long did that storyline go on for with fucking Heath Slater because it was
He
so
had enough
popular?
kids,
yeah,
yeah.
like just trying to get the contract.
Yeah. Yeah. I feel like they're not letting people be humorous enough, like, because they're afraid to break this
Yeah.
serious.
I see it as-
kayfabeness.
Every wrestler comes walking in, and certain ones know they don't have to pay attention to that floor mat, and others have to look down every time. Vince is here. He's your master. Fuck off.
Yeah.
Because it's just like, you're my puppet. I'll do whatever the fuck I want with you as long as you still cash in my check. other people, we know Roman Reigns, the Shield, even this heel guys, Braun Strowman, he can probably do anything he wants, really.
Yeah.
Because he's so popular. But I'm talking like guys like Finn Balor, Elias, and everything. Elias hasn't earned it yet. I don't remember him much in the indie scenes or anything, and he's still young. I think he's only like 25, 26.
Elias?
Yeah.
Really? Wow.
I think he's young. So that's what I mean. I don't think he actually was in the indies long. I think he was there for like maybe a couple years, but he got noticed, or he has a friend on the inside. I haven't looked deep into Elias like I should.
I'll have to look.
I'll have to definitely because
I figured
I walk with him. I figure I should know about it.
I figured he was like an
Walk
Impact
with
guy.
Elias.
Fuck out of here. Speaking of which, another filler match.
On Raw, no.
Finn Balor and Kurt Hawkins.
It's funny.
This was so random. At least I read, I think it was Bleacher Sports. They were saying that, like, at least the Rhino and Heath Slater thing, like, there was a story.
Yeah.
Like,
He's supposed to be
our
toughening
jobs
up.
are in danger. We're going to toughen Heath. There was no point to this Finn Balor and Kurt Hawkins.
Just to put another loss on his record, I guess.
And I love that I always confuse him with Curtis Axel
Yeah.
all the time.
You know
So
what sucks too? Like he was expecting to get like a nice, decent push when he first came. Kurt came
Hawkins,
back,
yeah.
and he just
So
he was so shitty.
He was with the company, got released, and came back.
I mean, it was probably like a maybe 3-year in between there when he came back. Because before he wasn't anything either. He was just like an Edgehead. He was basically one of Edge's goonies with his tag team partner. I forget who his tag team partner was.
Serena Deeb.
No,
Just kidding. Just
no.
kidding.
But I remember her. She was good. Straight Edge Society.
Straight Edge Society.
But,
shave that head.
Yeah, I hate this when they waste time like that.
147 losses.
It's like, and if I was Finn Balor, like you said, I'm going on live TV to fight this clown on Christmas instead of being home with my family, because they had a huge show the next night too in Madison Square Garden, the Raw. So it's like you couldn't really give me a night off, and I don't even have the next day off.
New Japan would have let him go home.
Oh, New Japan would have been like, go.
For real.
Because they're fucking
He needs to go
normal
back.
Asian badasses.
Nuh-buh.
That's right.
Normal badass Asians.
TM.
Oh man.
But do you want to go to the next filler match too? Then
I'd like to see Finn go back to Japan.
he's going to when his contract's up. I can't see. He's a smart guy.
How long
just
do
like
you
the
think that
club.
contract
I mean, the Anderson and Gals.
Yeah.
They're gone. They're like, fuck this. It's like, I get it. The money's good, but we're traveling for what?
Someone tweeted at them the other day, like, what happened, dude? Like, we haven't seen the Good Brothers wrestle in so fucking
We haven't
long.
seen any tag teams on Raw besides The Shield and Cesaro and Sheamus. And then when we do get other tag teams, it's like, oh, Samoa Joe with this dude.
Matt Hardy finally taking out Bray.
Finally, right? I mean, as soon as Bray came on, I'm like, oh, here we go again.
More
Even though I'm happy
long-winded.
about it.
Yeah.
And then it's just, wait, I'm here. And it's like, oh, he's actually here. And I was like, oh, good. We'll actually get Matt Hardy's new entrance music and all this. And it's like, no, he comes out, which I like to. He came out of the dark. Ah!
Yeah.
And just him laughing and doing, yeah, oh, hi.
And they're hinting on Twitter and shit at, like, Rebby coming in.
Oh, yeah,
like,
Miss, what do you say? Miss Rebecca?
Yeah.
Maybe, he tweeted something about Miss Rebecca or something, or Queen Rebecca, right?
And
I think. And his son.
I want to see Senor Benjamin
Yeah.
in the WWE.
You think Vince will allow that?
I think so.
I think Vince will allow the wife, not the... He might, saying, like, would he be allowed, like, ringside and stuff like that?
I don't know.
I think there'll be, like, videos and vignettes of him.
Yeah, that's
Definitely.
what I'm thinking.
But there definitely won't be any of the animals.
He's not going to be
guarantee
he's
that.
not going to be stun gunning people and, like, digging graves and shit.
That'd be cool if he could.
Dude, if they let that
Especially
House
with,
of Horror shit go on, just let Matt do his thing. Just let Matt do his thing and give him money.
Well, they always
Make it look
talked about
good.
that. Well, when that was going on, the Wyatts and them would be connected because would they have Compound?
Yeah,
They
that's
had
what
the
I'm saying.
Compound,
Yeah,
and they were doing the House
final
of
deletion.
Well, they weren't doing the House of Horror one. They were doing the other one in the field. What were they doing? The Wyatts were versing like the New Day, and they were like fighting in the field on cars and stuff like that. It was like a redneck like field of like trees.
Oh, all right, yeah,
I forget
yeah,
what
yeah,
they
yeah.
called it though, but
Yeah.
that's when it was going. Like like Matt Hardy and Bray Wyatt were going back and forth on Twitter, like the Compound versus the Wyatt Riot. I don't know.
There was nothing they could do to touch the deletion series.
Yeah,
Like,
exactly.
Nothing.
But I'm liking where they're going so far with it. It's obviously going to lead to a match at Royal Rumble, which I kind of hate because back in the day, if you had a match at the Royal Rumble, you can still enter the Royal Rumble. But now it seems if you have a match, you're not going to be in the Rumble. And I'd be like, fuck that, I'd rather be in the Rumble than have like a pre-show fucking match or something. Because you know that's what they'll do with Matt Hardy and Bray Wyatt.
Yeah, exactly.
Because they'll be like, all right, well, we want to give the women probably 30 minutes for their Royal Rumble. The men are going to get an hour. The championship matches, it's like, we're not going to have time to do all this. So, I mean, and it sucks. I hope Fashion Police gets in the Rumble. Fandango for the win.
I would like to see Dango go.
I always, it's never, ever going to happen. But I'd love to see, like, a surprise Royal Rumble winner. Like, something that's like, holy shit, no one saw this fucking come. Like, the year 2011, I knew it wasn't going to happen, but Santino and Alberto Del Rio were the last ones in Boston. And Santino got knocked out sometime during the match, but through the ropes, not over him. So, Alberto threw the last guy over, you celebrate, and then Santino, you just see get up, and the crowd erupts and everything. I was just like, oh, even I was drunk by this point easily because it's the last match, and I'm screaming. Me, Tim, we're just like screaming. Yes, he's doing his snake and everything, and he hits it, and I'm like, holy shit, this is actually going to happen. This is going to, no. What am I thinking? Santino at main event in WrestleMania. It's just like, but there's ways around that. I mean, there's been plenty of times someone won the Royal Rumble and like they lose their right to the championship at like the next pay-per-view or something.
Right.
They'll put it on. So why can't you just do that? It's like, is it so bad to have that in the booklet? This year, Tyler Breeze and Fandango, Royal Rumble winner. They lose it the next night on SmackDown to Jinder Mahal or something.
Yeah, for real.
Whatever. But I know, never will happen, but it's cool.
It's not gonna.
No, it'd be fucking awesome. Though. Just a surprise. Vince, Twitter would blow up with something that's like, holy shit.
Speaking of feeling bad for people for having to wrestle on Christmas, that 205 Live mix match was such a fucking joke. Where they had like the Zo Train dressed in like Christmas gear.
Yeah, I knew it. It was. They can't do it anymore because they used to do. The women would do those kind of matches, the specialty ones, because it's like, oh, just parade around in an elf outfit and Mrs. Claus, blah blah blah. Now that the women are actually important and everything, it's like, we'll just give it to the 205 guys. So I kind of laughed at it at first, and I was just. It turned.
Like people were getting beat with candy canes.
Yeah, I did see some
so
of it.
Stupid.
I was just like, okay, so like I saw Cedric like sitting there like winding up the candy cane. I'm just like. Oh, it's a hardcore match. I didn't even pay attention enough to know that.
It's a hardcore candy match.
I was like, all right, see ya. And I'm not surprised, but I just, another filler to me, to be honest with you. That match.
Oh, yeah, of course.
Yeah.
All the 205
That's what I mean. Like, so they had like a
fillers,
string of like 4 matches in a row where it was. I was like, I don't even have to pay attention. I can literally read about this and still talk about it on the podcast Thursday.
You're not supposed to admit that.
Well, I no.
Let me see that.
Can't see from there.
Samoa Joe and Reigns.
It was not like I expected. I thought they would have a long, good match, especially with Samoa Joe.
I wouldn't say it was a bad match.
Oh no, it wasn't terrible. It wasn't like a Roman Reigns match. It was good, even though he was in it. But it's just like. I don't know.
I just want to see Joe beat.
I hope
Roman.
They're gonna have a match at the Rumble, right?
Yeah, I think so.
I hope. See, what I'm thinking is Roman's gonna lose the IC title, enter the Rumble, and win. Well, he's versing Brock Lesnar. We know that. So we'll talk about the Rumble predictions and everything, but it's obvious. Like, there's plenty of ones that's like, yeah, these 3 guys are gonna win.
Yeah,
that's what this shitty pot is. And I forget who. Like, I saw the betting site, and I forget who's favored right now to win. It wasn't Reigns, though.
Really?
It was Cena. That's right. It was Cena.
Okay.
But Nakamura was 3. That was the other person. I'm like, he could win. I think Vince might be smart enough to be like, hey, AJ and Nakamura will draw big. In my head, it will still be Lesnar and Roman Reigns as the main event, but at least this will garner more attention.
Right.
But I don't know. Vince...
Give me your view on the current state of the Raw Tag Team Championship.
It's a waste of time. No, but listen, hear me out. you know, we already discussed how they're the only 2 tag teams, and now it's Jason Jordan instead of Dean Ambrose,
Right,
and he's out 9 months now, I hear. And
Yes.
it's like, I wonder if that's I
think it's
a
a
usual.
work.
Yeah, exactly.
I think it's a work because
I think maybe 2 months.
one, watching the clip of them being like, "This is where he got hurt."
Yeah.
It's fucking,
Oh yeah, well you know where he really got hurt, right? The TLC match.
Oh no, really?
That's where he really got. When you remember how he didn't get thrown through the tables twice.
Yeah.
Like that, he fucked up his elbow on one of them, and like you can see, like after, like I think it was the first one on the announcer's table that didn't break. You could see his elbow just like whoop, swell up within like 5 minutes.
So it's just been getting worse and worse.
Yeah, exactly. And WWE was just like, well, they were probably like, we don't really have anything huge planned for you guys, so this might get a little more attention. But the tag team division, especially compared to SmackDown, is shit. And I'm like, why waste?
Especially
and you're
compared to
wasting so much.
SmackDown.
Even the Revival's back now, and it's like you're not giving them any rec. Put the Revival against the fucking Gallows and Anderson. I want to see these people fight. I want Heath Slater, even if they're going to be a joke tag team. There's plenty on SmackDown that do fine as a joke tag team.
For real.
It's like, what the fuck?
Well, that's what I'm saying. Like, I don't think they're not letting that humor come out with Rhino and Heath.
No. Only when they need it, like on a Christmas night, where it's like, oh well, we have an hour commercial free too, so
Throw
we
them
have
out.
to throw them out there.
Throw them out there with Kane.
And all the other fucking filler matches. But
Dana Brooke with the Titus Worldwide thing.
you didn't, yeah. What was that? 2 weeks ago that you joined?
And they.
I don't understand. And now is Tozawa out of the Titus Worldwide?
The whole situation's confusing.
Because even during the match, I remember, I think Michael Cole said former member of Titus Worldwide, Tozawa.
Huh. Ha.
But, you know, I mean, again, I see that as something for Vince with his racism, too. White blonde woman, 2 black guys.
Yeah.
Strong on that one.
Dan is.
Hey, you know, it
real.
sucks that, you know, someone that powerful can be that racist without.
Dude,
coming out and saying
welcome to America.
No.
Welcome to fucking America. Dan figures out the white power structure struggle through wrestling.
That's right. Vince McMahon is #1, and that's how you find out. You gotta go to #1.
It's not right. It's not fucking right.
Bastard.
God damn it.
But yeah, Dana, I don't understand that. I mean, Titus Worldwide, I feel like that's their comedy on Raw. Titus. And it's not good. Exactly.
No.
And I love Titus. I felt so bad for Apollo Crews ever since he got up here, because it's like, even in NXT, he didn't get a huge push, and he wasn't like, but he was, I loved him in the Indies. Do you ever see him in some of the, oh man, he was amazing.
Just seen him NXT.
Yeah. And I mean, he's very athletic, but it's just like, he was great. He has good mic skills if you let him loose. But again, this is some of the stuff that everyone should know if they watch WWE and know about the Indies. You can say a lot more nastier shit.
Yeah.
And WWE, it's just like, okay, this isn't allowed, this isn't allowed, that's not allowed, that's not allowed. Don't badmouth WWE, don't mention another place, don't say that bad S word unless you're John Cena. And it's like, God damn it.
Unless you're given the 5-knuckle shuffle.
Raw, they should have just done like a replay of like the best moments of Raw this year instead of having an actual Raw.
That would have been a total phone-in.
Oh yeah, exactly. But I feel like that's better than what they gave us this past Monday night, because we didn't even mention the other time filler match of Braun Strowman and who the hell did he fight there? I forget. It wasn't even a match, right? Braun Strowman came out and beat the shit out of someone. Why am I forgetting this? Because it was a filler. No. You don't remember Strowman coming out?
No.
Okay, Hawkins was Fat Balor. Who's another piece of shit on Raw that Vince hates, probably?
Who's another piece of shit on Raw? John, can you help us out?
Oh, yeah. Can you look up Raw on Christmas? Jesus. But it wasn't even a match. Oh, it was Curtis Axel and Bo Dallas, Miz Taraj.
Was
they came
it
out
Goldust
singing.
In there?
Oh, well, that
somewhere?
was during the beginning of the thing. That was funny because me and Andy were like, it'd be fun if we see Goldust. Goldust, like, they were singing, they were doing caroling all around in the backstage, and Goldust was just like, oh, you guys are awful.
Okay, that's what it was.
I love Goldust. I was so happy. But they came out singing again, and then Braun Strowman just came out and did like 20 power slams to them.
Something to Wrestle With had just put out an awesome episode on Goldust.
Oh.
Check that shit out.
I hope they're not bad-mouthing them.
No.
Okay.
No. Not at all.
I love me some gold.
Not at all.
I love me some Goldie.
Like, one of the things they were talking about that cracked me up is how, like, Dustin's like a redneck. Like, like truck driving, cowboy boots wearing redneck. And, like, they made him this, like, androgynous, like, Gold Dust character.
Yeah. But he loved it, too. He loved Gold Dust. Once it caught on.
Yeah,
and,
exactly.
Man, I wish he could do some of the shit he used to do back in the day. I loved it. Can understand nowadays, though.
Talking about SmackDown?
The better show.
It's getting better. They're getting better again.
Yeah.
They lagged for like 2 weeks.
The tag team still's carrying it to me.
Exactly. Speaking of which,
the main event this week
we'll get
was
into
good,
that with Gable and Benjamin picking up the win. Dude, how fucking over are Rusev and Aiden English? Dude, it was Rusev Day. Fuck Christmas.
I like it, but I'm just so upset because they are going to take away from Fashion Police. Although they had a match this week, which I was like, oh, okay, finally they're having a match, but which was good. We'll talk about that too, because I love that.
But Rusev is almost
so
like the
over.
WWE's like
But they won't
budget Arnold Schwarzenegger.
I thought they were going to give it to them. I thought they were going to win that match.
He's nobody wants to see you circling your hips like he uses bad English and shit.
Yeah, exactly. Why you do that?
Why do you do this?
Pancake.
It is not Christmas.
He always reminds me of
Day.
the guy on from the Christmas show back in the day. Santa Claus is coming to town. Burgermeister.
What?
You never? Oh, it's an old kid show from like back when we were kids and everything. And it was Santa Claus is coming to town. It's just a big German guy that hates Christmas, hates toys because he always trips on them, breaks his foot and everything. And he has that kind of what toys? What do you mean? You want to have toys? And it's just like every time I hear Rusev like try to do that deep accent, I'm just like, oh, it's the Burgermeister again.
I love the pancakes. This is an ongoing thing.
What's next though? Bootios to pancakes. What's gonna be next?
No, it was Bootios to fucking ice cream. Remember they were doing the ice cream truck for a little while?
That's right.
How many fucking pancakes did he huck into the crowd? That was a good like 50 or 20 pancakes.
I love them dressed up too.
Yeah,
I
definitely.
That was it.
John, you've heard of Flatbush Zombies, right? Biggie. Dude, they have these crazy, colorful fucking outfits and shit with unicorns on them and all that shit. And his boots, you just look down and it's the faces of the dudes from the Flatbush Zombies. I was like, this shit is sick. That shit is sick.
You know what I do want to get at some point is one of their jumpsuits.
Is that the New Day?
That's not the New Day.
Yeah. Oh, I can't see for shit.
I was about to say, I'm like, no.
Dude, put it up on the screen.
3 white dudes.
Yeah, dude, we got cool technology now.
Alright, yeah. Which one do you want me to put up?
Anyone, just anyone.
Alright, cool. I'll put that up. Sounds good. Yeah, so technology, dude.
Technology.
Look at that.
Oh, snap. Oh, snap. Oh, snap. You can see it. I'm way too easily amused. Sorry about that. All right, you can take the Flatbush Zombies down now. But yeah, they were on Biggie's boots. That's pretty crazy.
I don't know, is he a fan?
I would say embroidery.
Yeah, right.
Entails fan. You know what I mean? Anytime you get something embroidered, you like that thing. You know what I mean?
So you think they'll have as a background like Rusev and Aiden English versus New Day, since it's gonna be Gable and
the
Benjamin.
Russos.
The
Russos.
Welcome to the Russo Penitentiary.
It's the Russo.
Machka!
It's the Rusev Day Penitentiary.
Yeah. Where every day is Rusev Day. It is Rusev Day.
Rusev Machka. I love that guy.
I'm sure Lana's like, damn it, why didn't I stay with him?
I don't think that was her choice.
Oh, no, not at all. Not at all.
It's sad that the only way she's like on TV now is to like push around the Riot Squad.
Yeah, right. Exactly. It's like, oh, we're going to come out. That didn't make sense to me this week either.
Yeah.
Like how they waited to the end to come out. It's like, oh, you didn't want to come out right away, bitch?
We'll get to it. Dude.
We'll get to it.
All right, dude. Chill the fuck
Still
out.
on the tag team match. And why Gable and Benjamin? The team with the...
I think
out of
they're
those
just-
3 teams, though, they
So
have the least amount of, like...
Answer me a question. Is it a separate team of writers between Raw and SmackDown?
Yep.
So
And
I think SmackDown makes the wiser choice of pushing newer tag team talent. They know that they have a thing with their tag team, and I think that they're like, fuck it.
Are you trying to Daniel Bryan me here with the land of opportunity? Because, I'm what's best for business. No. I'm a McMahon, even though I hate Vince. That's because I'm trying to take him over. But no, I get what you mean with that, too. But, I for the Royal Rumble, I mean, just because there's so little time for, especially when you have a pay-per-view with Raw and SmackDown, you're going to have little time. So, like, I understand New Day, and they're going to be in the Rumble more than likely, the actual Rumble match. But it's like, I'd rather that they're comedy and a match, because with the Rumble match, what are they going to do for comedy? I know, I get it. Kofi Kingston will probably come down tossing the pancakes or something. Big E will come down, but I feel like he'll just barrel in.
Kofi will do his...
What's he gonna do
thrown
this
out,
year?
but be acrobatically back.
He hasn't done one
shit.
for a while though,
Yeah.
so it's just like, what do you do? Because
Chair jump.
you know what? The handstand was the best for me, and everything. Although everyone likes the jump from like with the guardrail to the ring, that's cool. But it's
Yeah.
all right, yeah. But I don't know. I think
Yeah,
Adam Rose
yeah,
stole
Dan's not
one.
impressed.
Adam Rose stole one from him too because he had the rosebuds catch him when he fell out. Just carry him around and put him back in so his feet never touch the ground. I'm like, oh, okay. You should have saved that for Kofi.
Good old Rosebuds.
But I feel like that's a lost opportunity. Unless they do have a match, but I can't see them having a match unless it's a pre-show. Because, Rumble's probably like a 7 o'clock start.
you would rather see what, like Rusev and Aiden?
Oh, over Gable and
I would rather
Gable
see
and Benjamin, I'd rather see even Fashion Police over them.
I would rather see Rusev and Aiden with the Usos.
Yeah. Oh, yeah, because I've had so much of the New Day, and I'm not complaining, like I've said plenty of times, I'm not complaining about those two fighting because they work well together, but the Usos now are slowly becoming face again instead of heel, like they have been. That's fine. But you know what I also hate? I feel like the Street Profits are going to get fucked over for that because the Usos are kind of like the Street Profits, but not black. They're Hawaiian or Samoan. Like, I mean, I love the Street Profits.
No, but I
But
feel
their
like
attitude and everything.
Yeah.
They're not rappers or anything.
You're just saying hip-hop.
This isn't the Street
urban?
Profits
You gonna say
penitentiary. Urban.
It's urban. No, I don't. I think the Street Profits are different enough. I think
Yeah,
those.
they'll go to Raw and get fucked.
Yeah, pretty much. But
when Gallows and Anderson leave because they're going to New Japan with Finn Balor.
yeah, I just think that they have the mic skills to separate themselves.
Yeah.
When it comes to news sources, is Forbes your first place to look for WWD information?
No, Vince doesn't own that. So.
It says WWE advertisement suggests the Royal Rumble winner won't be from SmackDown.
Nope, it won't be at all. Because it's going to be Brock Lesnar as the main event.
I mean, I don't know if he's saying... He's probably speaking a bunch of business mumbo jumbo here. That
I love him already.
He's talking about the stocks.
That's because he yeah.
something like that, yeah.
Sell, buy.
can't-
But I think he was saying because of the Fatal 5-Way mostly.
Oh, yep, I know. I heard about that. Did you see?
Yeah,
Fastlane or something. There's going to be a Fatal 5-Way.
and they're all like big
okay.
stars from SmackDown.
Yeah,
Like,
it's going to be Nakamura, Orton, Styles.
We're just gonna do
Mahal.
like the last 6 months over again.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah. I'm not fooled, Vince.
And that's because Vince doesn't want to put any effort into SmackDown, but it's also a good thing. That's why SmackDown's better.
Okay.
Fucking right, okay.
Bludgeon,
James, thank you.
Bludgeon Brothers and fucking Fashion Police again. My poor dudes.
Hey, at least this week they got saved by their besties.
I like how we
Awesome.
called that. Yeah, that they would
I was
come
like,
out and fucking save him.
I wish they would actually fight.
Well, when he came in and pushed Harper over, I was like, oh, nice. Like, they're going to romp
Yeah.
on him. But then, like, you look at how big
I
Rowan
used to
is and
love the
shit,
Ascension
like,
as a wrestling team, too. That's my problem.
They
And
were good in NXT,
And
yeah.
NXT, exactly. And that's what sucks. Like, NXT is, like, better for a lot of other people.
I think the Ascension gets a bad rap of being a ripoff.
Road Warrior.
Yeah,
The
and
Road
Hawk,
Yeah. Yep. Legion of Doom. There we go.
It's like you said.
Yeah, I wish they.
I've said it before. I've said it again. It's easier to get smaller, passionate things
that guy
going
still
in
scare,
NXT.
Nikki?
You know what I mean?
Does Victor still
Freak her out, yeah.
Or not Victor? That's Connor, right?
It's Connor, the bigger dude.
Yeah,
Yeah,
Connor's the bigger dude with
Yeah.
the weird like teeth now and everything too. Yeah, the small head.
But it's I was tweeting. It's like they've made it the Ascension characters a total joke now.
Yeah, exactly.
Which I don't. I enjoy their role in the Faction Files stuff.
Yeah, exactly.
But how does that okay for their future? Like, you're gonna have to repackage them now, when and if the Fashion Files shit falls through.
Yeah,
You know what I mean?
but who knows if that will. But it's just funny too how like probably the 5th best team on SmackDown I like more than any tag team on Raw right now.
Yeah.
Like the Ascension, I mean, like because
Yeah.
I mean Usos, New Day, Rusev, and Aiden English now. Plus
Because
the
basically
Fashion
they're giving
Files.
you the bar and pieces of the shield over and over again.
Pieces of what? The shit?
Pieces of shit shields.
Although Seth Rollins, I do like. He's my most favorite out of the Shield members.
I am really impressed with how well the Bludger Brothers are put together.
Yeah.
Their movesets, the in and out, like,
I want to see a match longer than 5 minutes.
tag-ins.
You know, I thought the Fashion Files would finally give them that this week. I was like, oh, they'll actually get some offense in and see, like, Harper and Rowan on, like, defense instead. And it's like, no, of course, it's the... man. It's like, thanks.
So sexual.
Thank you.
Turns me on.
I like pain.
I get a half a pack of Rolaids every time
Yeah,
he
right?
smacks them.
Oklahoma's the safe word. That's all I have to say.
Pineapple? Pineapple?
Oh, I like
Okay,
pineapple.
we'll stay at pineapple.
I don't like Oklahoma. We'll stay G.
So we're establishing it as pineapple, right?
No.
No.
For us?
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. I want to get this clear.
How about Naba?
Nava.
Normal Asian badass.
Oh, he's a badass.
TM.
Can we get somebody make us t-shirts
We're gonna have like Asuka doing like a back kick.
with her face with the kabuki match next to it?
Normal Asian badass.
Oh, shouts out to all my normal Asian badasses
One
doing
pinfall's here for
every
you.
One
You have the
pinfall.
support.
One pinfall is for the normal Asian badasses.
Our banners are yours.
Oh man. But like I said, I like their moveset. You're making a good point.
Oh yeah, and we
they
know
haven't
that
wrestled
we
more
know
than
their
5
moveset
minutes.
already too. They've been tag teamed for a while, though they've worked together so much. So I trust that they will be fine.
Yeah.
It's just I want to get rid of this like dumb gimmick. Just be redneck guys and stuff. I don't want this.
I like the gimmick.
You do like the entrance music. I feel like it's close to sanity almost, and I don't like that.
That does not sound like Sanity's music.
Yeah. No, it's close though.
Sanity's
Like
music
the whole
sounds
thing.
like a Primus song.
That's why I hate when they like
bow,
make
bow,
some.
bow, bow, bow.
Oh, I know, but just the premise of it. They had
I feel like it's
I wish they
separate.
would have a different gimmick.
I feel like it's separate.
Yeah, but I don't think they're gonna end up anywhere because Vince will get tired of them, and he's never liked Luke Harper ever. Remember when he got a little
Roman
push
gets
in
hurt
like that
all
match
the
against
time.
AJ when the legs fell out? Like he was getting a good push, he was getting good matches, and then boom, see ya. Because he didn't get injured, Rowan did, and it's like no, Harper. I feel bad for them, but
Did Rowan get injured twice?
yeah.
Yeah, okay.
That's I think they were tag team champions at once, and that's why like Bray became
That'll-
like the tag team, and it was the
that'll get ya.
Freebird thing. Yeah,
That'll get you.
but I mean, I do
Vince
I
doesn't
like
like
both
people
of them.
who are human
No,
and
you
break.
cannot hurt. John Cena wrestled hurt, so you better wrestle hurt.
Ridiculous.
That's what sucks. Fuck you, Cena. Showing everyone up.
Also, the better version of was their women's match with
yep.
Ruby and Naomi.
Yeah, quick too though. I'm not surprised that Ruby picks up the win and everything, but it was a good match. I like it. Ruby Naomi is still impressing me with how much she's getting more fluid and smooth with her.
She was
stuff.
like just a dancer.
Yeah,
You know what I
exactly.
mean? Like Ruby was
Somebody
in the,
call
in the
her
English
mama
ones.
'cause she's doing good.
But I like how they're doing with Ruby what they're not doing with Paige, which is establishing her as a dominant, strong wrestler.
She's the Dommy of the ladies.
Well, I feel like they're also setting up Sarah Logan as a...
The one that turned?
Yeah.
Yeah. Liv Morgan doesn't impress me, so...
She is going to flop because she is just Carmella. She's a
little better than Carmella, I'd say, probably.
Wrestling-wise?
Oh, yeah.
Okay. I haven't really watched her wrestle.
If they fought in a match, though, man, I swear to God, the viewership would go down to 0.1. I'd just be like, really? I mean, can't you give me something decent?
Can they share the Money in the Bank contract?
Yeah. When is she going to use that, huh?
I know, right? How much longer does she have?
Until at least July.
Okay. All right.
I forget when their pay-per-view was.
Because some people go, to the last
And I heard
day,
this year that they're actually going to have that as a joint pay-per-view for the first time ever.
What? Money in the Bank?
Because it was going to be SmackDown that would get it again. And it's like, Raw doesn't have Money in the Bank again, so they were thinking about making it multi-show again.
That would be cool.
Yeah. I was like, that's cool. It's kind of weird how,
4 briefcases just floating around.
Yeah, right.
Out in the ethos.
It's like, okay, is that going to be the only 4 matches of the night? No.
Probably.
It's like, no, we have to have 205. And Elias will have to sing. Because he won't have a match. Bastards.
The other thing I like is the rest of the women's locker room emptying out a bunch
and they took a sweet ass time.
Yeah, I could see
Charlotte came out and it's like, okay, we'll kick her ass too, and now it's okay. Now we're gonna walk out. We're the heels, especially led by Natalya. I'm like, oh, piss off. It's like, what happened to you taking time away?
I just want to see another rivalry come out of those locker room empties. Have Tamina and Sarah Logan start beefing.
Yeah,
you know what I mean? Something like that.
And it gets kind of stupid when it's 6 versus 3.
Yeah, for real.
For Raw and SmackDown, just no 3-headed team besides the Shield can take on those numbers.
Oh, so the weird situation with the U.S. title now.
Why is Dolph gone? I haven't heard anything about that. Have you?
Vacating the title.
That's what I mean. Was that part of the storyline? I'd be pissed if it's oh, you're gonna win it, but we're gonna take you off TV after for 4 weeks, and you just vacate the title.
I haven't heard he's still wrestling house shows.
He is. That's what I mean. So it's why? Why? What's the deal?
I heard it's to create buzz, around him coming back.
Created nothing.
Yeah.
It's not gonna create shit.
So, from what I'm reading, Corbin, I don't know how, is gonna come back after losing to Rude.
I'm not surprised by that. I was surprised that they versed each other in a first, because I would think the main names that would be in it would be. I was surprised by Jinder. I was like, oh, okay. I feel like he's going to win the title now, definitely, too. The U.S. title. Oh, yeah. I just feel like they're going to put...
yeah, that'd be so good.
Exactly. He's the U.S. champion. It's like, come on.
Like when KO won it.
Yeah, exactly. But I thought, the big names would be Corbin, Rude, Dillinger, Nakamura. I thought they were going to actually beef it up again, but it's like, no. They just released who's in it, too. I didn't even look, though.
Yeah, the bracket.
Yeah.
I was tweeting out, you could call off the search party.
Dillinger's been found.
Alive. He's still alive.
And he's still a 10.
Yeah.
But I was like, as soon as I heard it was Dillinger versus Jinder, I was like, oh, fuck, Dillinger's going to lose, you bastards. It's like, why couldn't you put him against, someone, at least have him advance to, the Final 4?
No way.
What? No.
With how much he's been on TV lately, you think they're going to fucking...
No, I'm not against Jinder. He wouldn't win against Jinder, but I wanted him to fight someone that, he could.
Yeah. Yeah. I could see it, but yeah, the Rude and Corbin was weird.
Yeah, I'm surprised by it. I'm not surprised that Rude won, but I was like, is this gonna be a storyline for Baron Corbin? He fucks up something like that.
Well, that's the thing.
Because he didn't get his rematch.
That to my fucking wife. Everything is he squanders it. Oh, it's squandered.
Is that gonna be something they're gonna build on him? It's you keep squandering, and then finally he's gonna break through at some point or something, or he's just gonna be the one that's he's the next Dolph Ziggler. It's yeah, we're gonna give you 2 weeks, and then you're gonna get pushed back to the shitter.
Yeah. KO and Styles, man.
Perfect. They work so good together.
Yeah.
They make it look good and everything. They gave them time too. I think this match actually started at 9:40 and so it's okay, they're giving them a good 18-20 minutes.
Yeah.
Which on a TV show is good. And the match was fluid. I liked all the moves. I love when Styles did the like the backwards fireman carry, like with the spinning and everything. I just love how they know each other so much they can do those kind of moves and trust each other.
I like that he could do things like the short inside phenomenal elbow.
Yep.
Where Kevin's close and the counter looks clean despite it like not being much room for error.
Yeah,
you know
exactly.
What I mean? Yeah.
It's like I like when they do that because I mean, not to bring up Nakamura, but I'm going to like ever since he Cena took that bad suplex, the backwards. I forget. Every time he doesn't do that move, I'm sure he got told you can't do that move anymore. But even Kevin Owens has come out and even said when Cena did, Cena needs to help him a little bit when he does that move. You don't just sit there and take it. Unless it's Brock Lesnar, someone that can lift you like that. This is Nakamura. Right. He's not going to lift a guy heavier than him and toss him over his head. It's like you have to jump into it. Because Kevin Owens, like, I can take that easily. Oh, see? Forearm. Look at that.
That's phenomenal.
Man, I still love KO, too.
That's fucking phenomenal. Yeah.
I thought they were going to let... Well, he got the win, but I thought they were going to let him win clean. Even though he kind of did, I guess, and everything. But it's like, stop having Sammy interfere. Like, is this what it's setting up for, though? Is there going to be are they going to have a title match, you think, at Rumble? Owens? Because if Mahal's going for the U.S. title, he's out. It's not going to be Orton or Nakamura, it seems. So I'm like, what's going to happen here? I think they're going to have Styles versus Kevin Owens. And, I mean, Owens isn't going to win. I know that.
Yeah, Styles definitely coming out of that.
Yeah. And I can see something even happening like Sammy's in the Rumble, but Kevin convinces him to give him the spot. Kevin goes in instead.
Yeah. That'd be fucking cool. So I wanted to talk about an interview in Sports Illustrated that I read with Kenny Omega. He brought up some interesting shit.
Should be cool.
One of the things he brought up was a style difference between New Japan and the WWE, and I want to see if you agree with this. He thinks that the WWE is very stuffy and like there's marks, and you have guys who like really have to count their steps and stuff to make sure that like they're staying in line with the rhythm of the match and everything. Right. Whereas New Japan has much more of a flexibility, go with the flow. Yeah. Call everything as it goes, kind of more hardcore.
Yeah, what's the word I'm thinking of that you're basically saying?
They're just better at keeping pace and rhythm.
Yeah, exactly.
You know what I mean?
They work off of like each other and everything. Like I completely agree.
Yeah.
Yeah, WWE's totally stuffy with that kind of shit. It's like this is how it is. This is how it has to be. This is the only way it's going to be.
Right.
New Japan, it's like, okay, well, we don't really have that.
Yeah.
We're going to work well together. We know each other. We're not going to just go in there and be like, all right, yeah, you do this. But they work well and they're open.
Right, exactly. And I feel like that's where you get that artistry. Where a guy, because he was saying that
that's where you get more than a 5-set move.
He doesn't think Nakamura has done anything
amazing,
like of note in the WWE. Really,
even NXT. There was some good
I don't know if he was
NXT.
Counting NXT.
Yeah, WWE easily.
Yeah,
Vince McMahon holds people back. I mean, Cesaro, Owens, Nakamura, even AJ Styles. Owens, it was weird because when Owens first came up, he had a bunch. His match with Cena, that like first 3 matches they had, there was moves in there. I'm like, holy shit, they're actually letting him do this shit. But not to get off Kenny, but I completely agree. Yeah. I completely agree that WWE, they're just like, no. And I'm not even talking like moves that they don't allow. Like no one really does a pile driver anymore.
Yeah.
I mean, some guys bring it out for a big match because it is a move that's like, oh shit, bam, and we'll get the crowd up on its feet a little bit. But like anything, like there's certain moves. It's like, are you kidding me? If the person trusts this person to do it, I'm gonna do it.
Yeah. And he was talking about how he was hoping that the success of this match would lead to more crossovers. Yeah, him and Jericho at Wrestle Kingdom would lead to more crossovers for the sake of business. You know what I mean? Do you think Vince would be down for something like that?
Depends on the names. There would never be like a Cena.
Oh, I don't think like Cena or Reigns is going over, but like,
what do you think?
I'm thinking.
You thinking like Finn Balor?
Finn Balor, yeah.
Definitely, I can see that easily.
Gallows Anderson.
I can see guys that might have been there before.
Yeah.
But like even someone like Zayn or Owens that is friendly with those guys and knows those guys, I don't think so.
No?
It has to be someone Vince doesn't give a fuck about, but also can get attention for WWE. If Finn Balor went over there and got injured, Vince is going to be like, you're still under my contract. That's all I care about.
Yeah.
Kevin Owens, who I think Vince is starting to get big on. He was always Triple H's. A lot of these guys now are Triple H's guys because Triple H is the one that's like, hey, I'm putting my word on him, Vince. So it's like Vince kind of just trusts him now, I guess. Well, being married to his daughter and everything, definitely trusts him.
Family and all
Yeah,
that.
exactly, son. I call him my second son. But I can't see bigger names going over. WWE big names by that. Finn Balor is a big name to us. WWE, I don't see him. They don't think of him as a big name, apparently. It's pretty clear. So I could see that happening. That would be cool. I just don't see it happening, though.
Yeah.
Until they're done with their contracts.
That's what I said. Because Vince, he's always going to be bigger than
If Jericho was under contract, I bet Vince wouldn't have allowed it. I don't think so.
I would say this. If this was 15 years ago, I don't think Vince would have allowed it.
You think nowadays?
I think he's just done so much for the company.
Oh, Jericho?
Yeah, it had so many flawless runs that Vince is just like, whatever, dude.
Yeah.
Because he's even said that, no, I didn't ask Vince, but I didn't have to.
Yeah, and
You know
Vince
what I
says, and Vince said in something that he didn't have anything planned for Jericho, so that's another reason why he was just like, well, I don't care. Like if he had something planned, I'm sure he'd have been like.
That was the other funny thing with Omega was he was saying how excited he was that they were getting a disciple of McMahon. And it was like a big point to them that he had said before that he wouldn't wrestle for another promotion. You know what I mean?
Yeah,
now they have him
exactly.
wrestling for New Japan. So
What else?
I have to mention, I'm reading this article, the Sports Illustrated one you were talking about.
Oh,
yep.
And I'm seeing right down here something about Vince McMahon sells a bunch of stocks and is like filing trademarks on XFL.
For the XFL, he's coming back.
Yeah,
with
they
that.
might,
Yep.
they might try
serious
to
with
bring.
that?
There's huge rumors of him trying to bring the XFL back.
What?
Selling 3.34 million shares, he definitely is. And Trump's gonna back his ass up. But
Yeah, because that's what I was saying. That Vince ain't letting nobody kneel. You ain't kneeling in the XFL.
No.
You ain't calling Kaepernick in it over in this bitch.
nope.
Because
And he'll still have the same story writers for the Raw to
yeah, for real.
do the XFL.
Because he's Trump's boy. His wife works for Trumpy, so
Yeah.
Who wants a concussion every week?
yeah. For real.
Well,
for like
there's
no
also
money.
talk that he might make it a flag football league. There is, because of like
No.
the concussion stuff and everything. Whoa,
Wow.
honestly,
How?
the NFL is basically like that nowadays too, though.
Nobody's watching
Oh no,
flag
no,
football.
but they'll come for everything else. They'll come for everything else around.
Nobody is watching the LA Hitmen play fucking flag football.
Well, no one's gonna watch like a football match either. That's why
Nobody
Vince
watches
is doing that.
Nobody watches the WNBA, and they're legitimately
It's up on the screen
talented.
so people can see that I'm being serious if they haven't heard already.
Yeah.
Oh my god!
He
It
is
is
totally
right there.
for it.
SportsIllustrated.com.
Yep. He's trademarked a
But
bunch
that
of
is-
names and stuff for the XFL.
That is a good. The Kenny Omega article
Yeah.
is really good. I would definitely recommend.
What else?
reading
What
it.
else was he saying in it though? Anything else about the match?
Uh,
Is he like excited?
yeah, how
I mean,
he was saying they're gonna evoke like a new feeling in wrestling fans because it's gonna be a hardcore, unadulterated like. He's like,
I
we're
hope
gonna bring
so.
like an anger and a violence that people, especially, I think he means mostly in Japan. Like
Yeah.
the Japanese, they just had their first ladder match like a year ago, 2 years
Damn,
ago.
really?
You know what I mean? Yeah.
I'm trying to think of all like Terry
Kenny
Funk
Omega.
and them, but they had
but
they had
that's not New
explosion
Ja-
matches.
Yeah, that's not New Japan.
Oh, I thought you were
but-
talking just Japan.
No.
Like I was like,
Those are old. They've had ladders before, the old
Yeah.
Japan death matches and shit.
oh yeah, and aren't they having a ladder match at the? Is the triple threat tag team thing a ladder match? The one with War Machine, which they're coming to WWE. I just was reading.
Really?
Yeah, they're done after Kingdom the January event.
Wow.
I was like, holy shit, War Machine's coming.
They would
Someone
be-
else is too. I forget the name that was.
So
with them.
NXT.
I don't know. See,
Or-
that's what's weird. I was like, what are they going to go against? Heavy Machinery?
that would be fucking awesome.
War Machine, Heavy Machinery. Ah!
There's a lot of
Naba!
There's a lot of really random but good tag teams in NXT.
Oh,
right
yeah.
now.
Yeah, exactly.
If they do it right, they could build quite a dynasty for tag teams.
And then they'll just plunder them into Raw.
For real.
And be like, yeah, you're just here. You'll go do our live shows.
God damn it.
What is he saying? No.
You're so aggro.
Anything else from Omega?
Not really.
No.
Not really. But I can't wait for Wrestle Kingdom. We're so close.
I'm dead.
We're so close.
Do we have a little time for NXT at all? Or?
Well, where are we at for time in there, John?
Been about an hour.
I mean, not much to talk about NXT, really. Like,
Did you see fucking Gargano
I
get the
can't
win
believe
over
he won
Aleister
that.
Black?
Yeah, right. I thought Black was going to totally win the number one
The
contender.
pop on that, though. Holy shit for
Yeah.
Johnny Wrestling. I like Gargano,
Yeah.
so it's hard for me, but I am
Surprised.
such a fucking Aleister Black mark.
Yeah.
You know me, dude. I've been
do.
fucking ranting since he was Tommy
I
End.
do. I love him.
Like,
I mean, Velveteen Dream is still my favorite. Like,
I
down
just think
in
it's
NXT,
bullshit that he's still doing these number one contender matches and shit.
still
when
not
he's
getting-
beating all these fucking
Yeah,
dudes. Like,
exactly. Every other time he looks dominant until it's a number one contender match. Does he fold under pressure?
I guess so.
Yeah, right.
The,
Or
the Dutch are
writers
good.
fold.
The Dutch are
Like
good.
Triple
at the
H,
pressure.
listen, he's your best fucking wrestler on NXT. You've always done your best fucking wrestler as the champion.
I'm
I
also.
can't think of any other time.
I'm starting to. The undisputed era is growing on me.
I like Adam Cole.
I was gonna say
Riley.
it's mostly just Adam Cole. Adam
You know
Cole,
what's gonna
baby.
happen? Oh, yeah. Well, his in-ring stuff I do like too, and everything.
Yeah.
The crowd obviously gets into it. When he comes to WWE, he's not gonna be anything though. When he comes up, I mean.
I mean, we know that, but can you just let me enjoy this right now?
No, but see, I'm someone that like I don't want like bam, dead.
But
I'd rather
just
just smack me down here.
Just enjoy the star while
Chop me off in
while
my
it
ankles,
burns
not my
bright.
stomach.
You know what I mean?
But yeah, I mean, I do get it. But like, if you just look at them and they're not Vince McMahon guys. You know
No.
exactly where Vince would be like, hey, guys, wait a minute. No, that's the Raw entrance. 205's this way. That's exactly what he would be like with
damn.
that. You know it too.
Yeah.
I would just wish like you wouldn't get fired if you're like, can I stay in NXT? Why not too? Because they don't do live events a lot now. But they record like 3 episodes in a night, so it's like they get to spend time with their family. They can
Right.
have like 5 days with their family instead of like, you're like a SmackDown or Raw guy that gets like 2 days in a week where they can be like, oh, I can go home. Yay. But then
Maybe.
I'm going to be packing to leave basically when I get home.
Yeah.
But it's like they don't get to see their kids so much. It's like, hey, if I can have 2 hours to hold my son, of course. I mean, you would. It's like, it's like okay, so, but NXT is where it's at. Especially when it was the hottest with Nakamura, Balor, all those guys down
Yeah.
there. NXT was so much bigger than Raw or SmackDown, and that's why Vince was
That's
like,
why they
we
looted
need
it.
them up
Yeah,
here.
that's why they looted it.
It's like, oh yeah, everyone wants to watch us now. It's like, no, NXT is still. I
Hunter
still
must
love
have been
NXT.
pissed, man.
It's not like it used to be, but I still love NXT. I still love it, and now it's because of the tag teams. I'm huge on tag teams now.
I am too. Tag teams and stables.
Yeah,
Both of us have always been,
Stables,
quote unquote.
yeah,
The three people
group.
is not a
3-man band. That's what I'll call all those guys. We're the 3-man band. I'm just one man.
I'm just a
one
man.
Go back to that, Heath.
No. It would be cool if it wasn't such like a taboo to go back to NXT either.
Oh, I didn't see who's Ember versing. Who's the number one contender for? Is it? It's not Sane, right? Someone beats Kairi Sane, right? Cheated or something to win, or did Nikki Cross beat her in like a regular match?
No, this is an NXT, right?
Yeah.
I'm reading this right now. I'm like trying to.
Oh, okay, yeah.
I get
Ember
that.
Moon, like I think her new number one contender
Ember
got
Moon
it.
defeated Sonya Deville.
Oh shit.
Yeah, she came back to NXT.
Yeah,
I
she
forgot
had a
about
couple.
that.
Yeah, I remember reading these like probably like 3 weeks ago. These match results when they actually happened.
Yeah, I don't know.
But I forget. I don't know. Maybe it is Sane. Kairi Sane. That's the number one contender for Ember Moon's title.
I feel like I wind up watching NXT on Fridays too.
Oh yeah, I
but-
never watch it the night of.
Yeah.
It's like Raw and SmackDown. I'll put that kind of time into, and I'll be like, oh, it's Monday night. Raw. Wednesday night, I'm just like, rigatoni. No. That's Tuesday. I forgot. Tuesday rigatoni.
You Italian.
Ah, you remember that commercial back in the day?
All right. On that note, this has been this week's One Pinfall
Are we gonna go out
podcast.
with any 3-6 Mafia or something?
No, I don't want to. abruptly shut it off and scared everyone.
I gotta stay on podcast. No.
Jesus
Yeah.
Christ.
Cut it off.
All right, we'll see you guys next week. Peace.
Later.